Actually, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Much better. Hi. Let's get right into this light portion of the stream today. It's a beautiful day. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and make sure that you are following the 5XL for every update that they have going on. There's a lot of things happening with this channel. A lot of big things on the way, already underway. Apps, augmented reality, music channels. Download the Roku app, the 5XL. Go ahead and go do all that. But watch this first. And make sure that you are also checking me out on my YouTube channel where these light messages are transposed over. So you can find me there at Saturnal Kiss. That's the Saturn like the planet, ALKISS. It's right there if you just look. Yeah, and you can also follow me over at my Instagram. But yeah, just to get right into it, today is about cataloging fear. And there's a lot to be said about the onslaught of the holiday energy that can become very overwhelming, especially when we have the demand of the obligation of holiday seasons. You're with family, you're cooking traditional meals, you're just very much in that mode of together celebration, family, giving thanks, all that good stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of hot takes to be said about the negative connotations of the holidays, but just to kind of fall back, it is a time to be together and to share charity from the heart and cultivate union and tradition. It doesn't have to be with blood relatives. It doesn't have to be anything that makes you feel like you are pushing to fill the envelope of whatever label that holiday comes with. It's a whole jumble of things. It's old religion, new religion, all made into this jambalaya of American, conglomeracy, capitalist. I just said I wasn't going to do a hot take, but yeah. Jingle bells. So again, though, bringing it back, catalog your fears of: are you spending too much? Are you doing too much? Are you so wrapped up in what you were doing before the holidays started that you are now in that bah humbug? I don't have time for this. And again, not to say that you need to separate yourself to be participating in the holidays. I know people who don't celebrate, during this season at all. And that's just, again, religious freedom. So more power to you. Putting those fears, though, in your foresight will give you the armor, so to speak, that's required to maneuver through these holidays. So if you have a fear of spending money, guess what you're not going to be doing this year? It's time to break out a magic marker and write "I love you" on some recycled paper. My mom, God bless her, God rest her soul, would go into absolute mayhem, stress through the roof every holiday season. Because one, it was the fear of not being able to get everybody anything, the quality of the gift, the having to be with both sides of the family, all kinds of stuff. On top of, the monthly bills, on top of, raising her children. I'm only one of, I don't know, my mom raised a lot of kids. We all raised each other, I think. I don't think there is, any one singular person who gets the parent title. Again, I don't believe in, labeling. I definitely believe in tribal, uprearing. Nobody really raises their child on their own anymore. It's definitely a group effort as far as American child rearing. Um, that's a little off topic, but again, she used to drive herself into absolute insanity, and she would spend months recovering from the holidays because it can be that overwhelming. So, in retrospect to that, things that I don't do now as an adult is I don't go crazy gift shopping. I love my nieces, I love my nephews. If they want something, they can ask me for it. Nieces, nephews, it's that time. um, but again, that's just the way that it was sort of, a way for me to not stress about it. I can buy them a gift any year, any day out of the year. I can gift give and show, that I'm here for you any day of the year. I can show up and go have dinner any day of the year. So again, it's if it's your thing though, if Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's is like it's go time, you know, more power to you. It's just again, a lot of other people find it, especially with anxiety and inner dialogue that's happening and inner turmoil that's happening and inner trauma, it can be a lot. So just follow cues. If somebody's kind of at the wayside, it's not your job to go and pull them into the menagerie that's the holidays. Said I wasn't going to do any hot takes. And it's quite another thing that, if something happened with somebody and they're just, what I mean, they're down and out and you can tell that they just need somebody, again, follow that intuitional, emotional guidance system that you have and recognize your cues. I want to be here for you. And I can tell that you've been going through a really hard time. Would you like to join me and my family? Would you like to catch up over coffee? Would you like to simply have a phone call or a text message session? Little things. These little things are huge, huge, huge during this time of be here with your recipes, with tradition. And to those who taskmaster and organize on the large scale, I hope that you have a recovery plan for after the holidays. And I hope it doesn't take months, like it used to take my mother's months, to recover from just, what happens between November and January. That being said, I want to go ahead and move into the, I guess, celestial energy update. This was actually really a big part of it. It is all about cataloging your fears. It may not even have anything to do with the holidays. It may be external. It may be internal. It could be, like I said, finances. It could be emotional. It could be relationships. So just, again, feel it. Fear is natural. But paralyzation from fear and not being able to act as a result of fear is not healthy. And it's at that time that you have to kind of reach out and say, I want to know if anybody knows about that. Normalize talking about your emotions. Normalize talking about your finances. It's very, we need to move out of these taboos of the toxic masculine patriarchal paradigm of don't talk about your money and nobody deserves to know about that. And keep your thoughts and your dreams to yourself. No, collaborate. Ask somebody else what they're doing to prepare. You may not know that they have some insight that's very important to your greater plan. So, again, break down those barriers. Catalog your fear, but break down the barrier. All right. So, sorry, I could keep saying practicing love for yourself, for others, is also in the air right now. So make sure that you are not just smiling softly and sitting up on high and saying, I have it all together, and I hope you do too. It's not what it's about. It's really drawing connection and again collaborating and coming without all of that built up illusion that you think that people don't see through. People see through it and they can tell what you're really going through. And I'm sure that they would love to help if you just reached out for that help. Moving down through into the daily overview, today there's a lot of room in the air for debate. So if you hear that you have an idea and somebody comes back at you with, I'm not sure that that's going to work, don't react, respond. And bring the facts in before you get emotional. Again, feelings are not facts. And how you feel about something is not going to do anything to push for finalization in the broader view of whatever it is you're debating. It could be between you and a spouse, you and a friend, you and your dog. Stay out of the kitchen. But yeah, so just very big debating energy today. So it's healthy. It's healthy to debate. Transits going through the day to day. From the early morning this morning, we had these feelings against reason, and we wanted to fight against the day. And why is everything how it is? That sort of rebel without a cause pervaded through the morning, and I hope that you guys really use that to challenge your own paradigms before you tell somebody else how it is. And moving through the afternoon is the feeling of sincerity. And you should be sincerely giving your thoughts on things. You should be sincere behind everything you're doing today. Again, if we're not authentically present, then we're not going to get the authentic result that we're after. If you're telling white lies to push a narrative, you're going to eventually get a half-assed result from that narrative. So again, just meditate on that and know that these plans that you have bubbling and these holidays, they just need your sincerity. So if you want to get people together, it's not you better be here. You said you were going to be here. I would really like to warmly invite you. And I think that we can all have a great time as long as we can get together. Again, that debating energy is in the air. So with the greater, broader spectrum of things, watch out for politics. Watch out for religion. If you're sending out invites, make sure at the bottom it says, please keep your politics and your religions to yourself. I mean, sometimes it has to be very in your face. Again, that sincerity will go a long way. And if somebody feels like that's a slap in the face or rubs them the wrong way, well, then that just puts that out there as a healthy boundary. And there's nothing wrong with healthy boundaries. Moving into the rest of the day through tonight, craving excitement. I'm going to go out tonight. I'm going to have some fun. I don't plan on drinking. I'm just going to go hang out with a group of friends and do what we do, just play video games and be catty and banter. And I enjoy that. I get healing from that. And it fills my cup, so I'm going to go do that. And that's me craving excitement. And I'm answering the call of that. So again, do something that is answering the call for that craving of excitement. You know, if you can get a last minute ticket to go jump out of an airplane, it's the day for it. So I'm going to pull a card here, and it's a really awesome card, actually. I love this. I don't know if you can see that. Surrendering to the sweetness. And doesn't it just speak for itself? It's like, she's just on that lake with no attachment to whatever's going on in her life. Just appreciating paradise that has been built up for her in that exact moment. And how wonderful it is right now that we can be in that same paradise. I don't know, I feel like there is something about this very turbulent time that we have all just went through, and there's that sweet smell of fresh wood after the rain that's kind of pervading the global atmosphere. Is there a lot of issues going on? Yes. Is there a lot of pain and suffering still? Yes. So I'm asking you to just simply, with your own awareness, take in the sweetness of your own personal reality and your own personal nirvana that you've set up and spent time setting that up. And if you're not on the other side of life yet, if you're in your teens, this is simply just going outside and looking at a dang tree. And that tree took a long time to get there, and just really be with you arriving at that moment to give it some appreciation. And for those of us who are on the long haul journey, we have our goals in mind and we know what we're doing here on this planet. It's simply remembering we are on this planet. And it's providence set up by the divine, higher power, alchemy, the grand design, are just really, 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 really great odds of the universe. Where you arrive as this organic being among all of this organic grandeur. And that's something to celebrate. Right now, for me, it's not so grandiose as this. I have all kinds of food in my refrigerator that's perfect and vegan, and I'm doing really good with my exercising. So I'm just in this own personal, like, paradise moment. And I hope that you're experiencing that same paradise for yourself. And if you feel like you're outside, you're going to have to one day open that door. And remember that you're not here for everyone else's benefit. You're here for your own benefit. And there's nothing wrong. Jesus died on that cross so that you don't have to. Okay, and in the same respect, in the same energy of that, you chose to live this life. And you made it into existence. So own it. Fully. I'm going to just be silent for a moment while we meditate and draw your own inspiration from this image. Love and be loved. Awesome. Well, that was a wonderful little light message. Again, a lot of talk of the holidays, a lot of talk of setting boundaries during this time of union and togetherness and celebration and blending of traditions. That is the holiday. Again, I'm not going to give any hot takes. I gave like 4, I think. But I'm going to switch gears here. We're going to get into some Overwatch, and I will be back. Yeah. Oh, and again, remember to follow the 5XL. You can find the full stream there. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps me to continue my journey in delivering these mediumships. Messages, light messages.